Hey, this is what you're looking at, and this how to make your under $2 silencer is going to be our video for today. But before we get to that, as you know, it is February, so we're still doing our shoutouts of the month. For this video, we're doing it for JEAirsoft. The J, the E, and the A are uppercase, and then the rest of the word airsoft is lowercase. Make sure to go check their channel out. Just like everyone else I've given a shout out for, they entered in the contest. From the start, I like their videos. One thing that stood out to me is that, they do tech work too, or like they have videos on tech work, so that's really nice to see. Overall, really nice channel. And at first, I was kind of on the boundaries of who I was going to pick, because I had like 10 people that I wanted to be picked, and luckily those are some of the last. He was one of the last 2 people I had to pick out of the bunch, so lucky him. Here's his shout out. I hope he enjoys the shout out, and I hope the rest of y'all and him enjoy this video. Okay, it's about time I made one of these videos. If you're looking at the materials, you probably already know. Every time I've made a silencer, it's pretty much been just really extremely simple. Either it was just a piece of like foam pipe fitting, just putting it right over the barrel, or making a paper silencer, as some people might even remember. But this time I'm gonna try to make it halfway serious. Basically, I got some PVC pipe. I'll be putting this on my Double Eagle AK-47 crank off. Some basic stuff here. It's probably gonna cost, all this stuff costed me, all that stuff right there costed me $2.50. A lot of the stuff you should already have, like electrical tape, possibly some spray paint, and I'd hope you guys have some super glue somewhere. If super glue doesn't work, you might want to try hot glue. I haven't tried it yet for what I'm going to be doing. But basically, the setup is going to be like this. It's just going to be the PVC with this washer sitting on the top. It's big enough on the top to let the barrel have some leeway to make sure the BB goes through without hitting the washer. Just give it more of a clean, suppressor slash silencer slash barrel extension look. On top of that, I'll be putting in one of my old M4 inner barrels. I think it's my ICS. I'll be throwing that into my I'll be putting that right on my Double Eagle AK just to see if it helps with accuracy and range. But that's of course another reason for that. But I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking now, and we're gonna go through the process, or my first time process of making a decent silencer. Okay, so here we go. I kind of sanded it down. It really doesn't do anything to this part, but I made sure I sanded down the edges pretty good. Keep in mind here, as I'm doing this is the first time I've tried. I was just thinking about what I could do to make a decent looking silencer. And so, yeah, this is pretty much my test run. So pretty much we got the end of the silencer. You can pick whichever one you like. Preferably the end that is smoother and that is flatter, that the washer will actually sit on. Okay, so this is my good end, as you can see. Here's the washer. Since I've got the 1 1/4 inch tube, this is pretty much going to be a little bit bigger than like your Gym Tech silencers, your Mad Bull Gym Tech silencer. So it's a pretty beefy silencer, as you can see, but it ain't, out of control. For that, you're going to need a 5/8 inch washer. And as you see, it sits right up there, and there's only like, if I can single, it's barely like not flush with it. But if I got anything smaller, it would have been way too small. So this is the one we're going to use. Basically, I don't have any hot glue. I was thinking hot glue would do the best, but I've got Loctite. And since Loctite's pretty good, I'm going to try to use Loctite. Basically, just like any time you put super glue on anything, you're not going to need too much. You just put a little bit around the edges. After you do that, just get your washer and put it right on top and hold it there for a good minute or two. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video here, let it dry down, and we'll go to the next step. Okay, unfortunately for me, I guess the DE inner barrel, my Double Eagle AK-47 crank off inner barrel, is proprietary to somewhat, because when I put the other barrel in, it was only shooting like 180. So I just put the normal barrel back in, and it's actually up to 330 FPS now because I put my old A&K M249 saw motor in it. But done talking about that. Here's the silencer. As you see, here's the front. Just got enough room to make sure the BB has some leeway if the Inner barrel's off some. The whole thing is black, 8 inches long. Here's the gun. I went ahead and just put one, because I'm using electrical tape as a spacer to hold the silencer on the gun. And since it's black, even if I'm not using the silencer, it doesn't look too bad. I'm going to end up putting another one here for extra security and maybe one on the orange tip. But as you see, it just slides right on. And even with that one, it's actually pretty secure. So I'm going to go ahead and put one more spacer up here and then show you the whole look of the gun with some better lighting. Okay, here we go. Last part of the silencer video here, just showing you on the gun itself. As you see, it's not outrageously long or outrageously short. I think it's just right at 8 inches, considering the flash hider itself is a good 3.5 inches at the most. As you see, I got the three rolls of the duct tape right here, and progressively it gets a little bit tighter and tighter, and then right at the end I actually got to turn it to put it on. So it's a really nice, really tight fit. As you see, I have tested it out, and the BBs do come through all the way without hitting. As I said before, there's the washer in the front. As you can see, the orange tip in there. That way, when I'm going to the field, I can have it off and have the orange tip visible. The only thing I'd probably say that this affects is the use of the front sling mount, which is just fine. The gun's really light. Matter of fact, you know, I said I'll be making an update video for the saw. I'll also be making one for this because, as I said, I did some internal changes, so I'm going to show a new chrono for the gun, new rate of fire, all that stuff. But pretty much, I think the silence is good. I think y'all should try it. As I said, this a foot of PVC cost under $1 at my local store. This is only 8 inches, but I had to buy it by the foot, so I bought a foot of it. The washer, 41 cents. And then I guess if you don't have black spray paint, you got to go buy that. But, you know, you can use that for hundreds of other things. So considering I already had black electrical tape and the spray paint, this right here was just over $1. So it's really affordable. It's really good if you have inner barrels. Only thing I really do suggest is if you have an inner barrel that comes out, make sure that you tape it up to equal this. That way it can act as a spacer for your inner barrel too as you put it in the gun, to give your inner barrel more stability and the silencer itself, and to make sure that the BBs come out through the inner barrel and that it's not wobbling around inside of the silencer. Only other thing I can really say about the silencer is my stenciling ideas. If you do this and you feel like you want to put your own trademarks there or something, go right ahead. Put a little thing. I ain't going to do it to this because I've just done too much of that. So I'm going to just keep this pretty much the way it is. Only thing you might see me else do to this gun is actually spray painting the body black, but I highly doubt if I have enough black spray paint to do that. Besides that, that's it. I'm just going to stop video. There's the silencer. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure you subscribe, comment, rate, request.